call the meeting to order. Do the Pledge of Allegiance. Laura's getting the flag.
That's why she's running.
I thought she was getting the door.
So did I.
God. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll go right into the administrative. Again, we got all the meeting minutes from Laura and Mackenzie. Thank you very much. This is working out well to be able to review them beforehand. Appreciate that. Any comments or any questions on the review on the minutes? Good.
I'll motion to approve the March 22nd, 2023 meeting minutes.
A second.
Motion's on the floor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Great. Thank you. Number two, the housekeeping items. I had Laura and Mackenzie do this, put these items on the agenda. I wanted to make a comment. We had sent out prior to the year Robert's Rules, basically the guide for public boards and commissions and for commissioners for everybody to review. And after watching last month's meeting, I was kind of upset about the comments that were being made under breath, interrupting people. Had a couple notes. Interrupting side conversations and comments about other members during the meeting. I want to remind everyone as well that we have a department now, a very capable department with Mackenzie and Laura that is getting a very good reputation in the community, and I don't want our meetings to take away from that. I would like everybody to be here for this meeting today because I would like the missing person to hear this as well, but he will be reminded of this in the notes because it was a lot of side conversations and you could hear everything on the video as well. So I was not impressed. So I think we need to continue to address that. So I'd appreciate everybody just to review those rules. If you don't have a copy, I'd be more than happy to forward them again, or I know you have them as well. Correct?
Yep, we can
Okay.
print them off here.
Anybody have any comments on that? Thank you, I appreciate it. Next item was business cards. This is an item that has been brought up before. And Mackenzie discussed this with me about basically public record, that anytime we have a communication via email, that it is under the scrutiny of public record. So what we would like to do, you want to go ahead?
So, if any commissioner chooses to distribute business cards, we're just asking that they're exclusively these ones, and we're gonna get them printed off, and we'll have them here at the office, and you guys can take them if you choose to. And so, we're just asking that, any,
So it's not a personalized business card, it's just a Parks and Rec with the commissioners on it, okay?
yep, so it has the generic title of commissioner, and then the department, Parks and Rec, with the town seal, and then, Parks and Recreation / Fuller Field Commission. And then it gives the official auto forward email, so Parks and Rec Commission @clintonma.gov, and then the office phone. So if anybody wants to reach the commission, they can email the entire commission, and then it'll go to all 5 of you, and it can be addressed at a meeting. or they can call the office and get put on the agenda, because we kind of have the administrative end of things, putting people on the agenda anyway. And that way it's less confusing and it leaves less room for misrepresentation or misinterpretation by the community, so.
I think it's important to remember that the commission is responsible for policy and procedures. And, I know myself, I know others, I don't want to give misinformation to the public. If people ask me, how do I sign up for this? I'm going to tell them to go directly to Mackenzie. I'm not gonna take a sign up, or I'm gonna say, email this. I had someone contact me for your email address actually today. So we're here for policy and procedure to review, and the department is here for day-to-day operations. So I think it's important to remember that. So I appreciate this. I think this is a good solution, for cards. If you wanted a business card, it puts everybody in the communication line, and it's all public record. So, thank you.
Yeah, we're asking, like, as the department, we're just asking that all commissioners distribute just this business card. So if you guys wanna make a policy about that, that's your prerogative. Otherwise, if there just is gonna be an agreement between the department and the board, that's up to you guys, so.
Discussion on, I have no problem in keeping this. I will say I have not ever handed out a business card being on the board. So,
My only thing is, we operate as a board. Cannot operate as a single commissioner. So you can't really represent yourself as, you can't have meetings with people about board business without the other members. I don't think it's legal to do that. I could be wrong. I don't think you're supposed to discuss the,
In your official capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, as an individual, but this covers
right.
the
so they would only be
rules
reaching out
for,
to the board.
right.
Right. And
any
I-
electronic or phone. I think I know what it's the oath that we took
Right.
to make sure that any communication is within the board and it's public, it's of public record. So,
And the thing with the email is like, if you email the whole board and then you start a dialogue, that's public record, and you can't do that. That's a huge no-no. So, and that almost is opening that up to that possibility. So I think that's kind of like why it's never been done before, but, I don't know. I'm not gonna personally be handing out business cards.
the way that I like it on here is
Yeah.
commissioner, and there's no name, that, we can reuse these when,
Right.
we're not on the
Every
board
3
or.
years.
Right, exactly. It can
It's
say,
not specific.
yes. If you want an agreement, if you wanna,
Guys, so.
Well, I think there's so many multiple ways to get in touch with them. They keep up their website, the town keeps up their website. They're very visible as far as getting in touch with them or getting in touch with us. So, I'm not really interested in using it either, but if it's there, it's there. It's not, at least it's just a general one.
I think if we can come into an agreement that if we are going to use a business card, that we will use the
Yeah.
one that says the Clinton, Parks and Rec Commission at clintonmass.gov.
Do we need a motion in order to make sure that that stands?
I would think so.
I would think so. I can't do that.
I'll motion to, have, how do I wanna say this?
Make it a policy or
Adopt
procedure.
it.
That's the thing, is it's I motion that a new policy is made in regards to, commissioners wanting to seek out business cards, if that is what they want, that they must be these generic Clinton Parks and Recreation Commissioner with the, Parks and Rec Commission at clintonmass.gov, email address and the phone number here at the office only.
I second that.
So the motion on the floor, and any discussion on that? I think it's very important that we do use these as a public record, and that's the reason that we're doing this, is to make this all on public record and do what we're supposed to do as far as the ethics and that we've taken. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Fiscal year '24 budget, Mackenzie.
Yes, so everybody should have the budget sheet. You'll see the budget notes first, and then the Parks and Recreation Commission fiscal year 2024 budget request. So this was the request that we presented at the select board meeting last week. So, if we look at the other sheet, I put them separate so that you can look at them at the same time, just to make it a little bit easier. Recreation wages was the biggest increase, and so last summer, we did increase all of our rec wages to bring them to minimum wage.
Yeah, let me go ahead and comment on that real quick. We brought them, yes, we increased them, we brought them to the minimum wage, is what we did. So I don't even want to, yes, technically it's a raise, we brought them to minimum wage, where we should have been. So,
Yes. So this right now, we're taking out of our revolving account to supplement that, just because we didn't account for it in our original budget. So this allows for us to extend our program and expand our program while allowing for those raises for our staff. And so that's just for summer. All other event and program wages will be taken out of the revolving account moving forward. And then you'll see the next increase is for both mine and Laura's salary has the 4% cost of living wage increase, which was directed from John. And then,
if anyone has any questions on that, I did suggest, cost of living raises are typically between 3% and 7%. And they, to me, they even went on the low side in 4%. So,
Yeah.
I think I don't want to speak out of turn.
Perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
and then the next line, you'll see the part-time, full-time admin assistant. We have had prior to COVID, but we weren't doing as much programming, so there was no full-time. I was, event staff and admin before I was interim director, if you guys remember. And then we haven't had anyone in there since. So we're hoping to bring that position back. So this person would be full-time in the summer and then part-time for the rest of the school year.
Can I ask, will you do the hiring?
That's up to the board.
I would absolutely say, again, this is Mackenzie's hire.
Yeah,
Great.
I agree.
Someone that you'd be able to work with.
Yeah, Mackenzie hired Laura.
You guys hired.
No, we
Yeah,
hired. But that was
did?
because she only because she excused herself.
I had to set,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's right.
That was the only
My mistake, I'm
reason.
sorry, you're right. I would absolutely say this is your hire. I would
Yeah, me too.
also say, we're not adding another position to this department.
It was already here.
There was a
Something back.
there was a
Just bringing it
position,
back.
yeah, when I started, there was 2 people and then there was another, so,
Yeah.
absolutely. And as this, the infrastructure is there, we're growing as a department, and I think you're gonna need that as well, so.
Definitely needs it.
And so the next increase was recreation miscellaneous, which just increased marginally to support the inflation costs and additional membership dues because we became a part of the Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce. And we're hoping to join the Rotary Club as well. I know this Council on Aging is part of the Rotary Club, so it helps to build those community affiliations. So we added that to recreation miscellaneous. And then park heat, light, and power was increased due to inflation costs, as well as park miscellaneous. And parks miscellaneous was also additional porta potties, and they're maintained, more often throughout the season. So they're very clean
Yeah, they are.
for porta potties. And then office heat, light, and power was increased to support inflation costs, and they're all very marginal, like $500 for the electricity costs of the fields. If you guys have any questions or want to make any amendments, let me know, and you can present that to the finance committee. And then equipment previously came out of this budget, but we are going to be, taking it out of revolving moving forward, just because it's coming out of programs to go back into programs. And then the next page is just a breakdown of the miscellaneous expense summary worksheet. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And then,
I have one quick question, and I may have missed it, and if I did, I apologize. The administrative assistant, is that a salary or hourly?
the hourly.
Okay.
And then I seem to have not given myself the capital projects sheet, but it should be the last page for us. So the first item is the Fuller Fieldhouse condition assessment, which there is an update for in Fuller Field, but we can. I know Brian heard back from the second contractor, and they said that they will have a proposal by the end of the week, so we should be able to move forward with one of the quotes, so that should be good.
Or is he getting a third one though? I think he needs 3.
I think, I could be wrong, but I think he has 3.
2. He already
I
has.
thought he had 2
He
already.
has 2,
It just needed-
and this is the
Yeah.
third one.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had one originally, and then he got another one, and I think this is the second of that second, like, grouping
Yeah.
that he was getting.
Okay.
And then, sorry. So that money is waiting for the, quote, so we'll hopefully be able to get the feasibility assessment done soon. And then the next item is the Fuller Fieldhouse and restrooms. So, this money would cover a dumpster clean out and any minor repairs that could be completed while we wait the feasibility assessment. And, as well as getting the restrooms out there operational, so hopefully. And, we did present that to finance committee and they didn't have any questions about that, so.
You're talking about the restrooms that are like attached to
Yeah.
the snack
Yeah,
shack down there?
Right here.
Or in that room?
In.
In the,
The ones outside,
okay,
so.
yeah.
A lot of people have been asking why they're not functional, so we thought we'd start with them. Makes sense.
Yeah, instead of just the,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, instead of just the porta potties, sorry.
Fuller Fieldhouse repairs would be the work that will be completed based on the scope of work from the condition assessment. The concession stand is another condition assessment, so hopefully we can get that done this coming year. So it would be similar to the process of the Fuller Fieldhouse condition assessment, but hopefully we can get it started sooner. And then the Fuller Field concession stand repairs would be the same process as the field house. And then the skate park, we have, for bringing necessary attention to the skate park and revitalizing the space with the input and consultation of the kids who came down to our meeting. So,
Is that, that's in 25, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they didn't want us to touch it.
that's
Yeah.
right.
But they agreed to join a subcommittee. so-
Yes, they did.
And they have agreed that it does need help, but they're
Yeah.
willing to talk about what goes in, so it's baby steps, so.
Thank you. Any questions for Mackenzie on that?
Well, the only one is, can we put Carlisle Park back on there too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we had that on last year.
It was for next year, so do you wanna put it on for next year, or do you wanna put it on for, I mean,
Next year.
we could do, okay, cause we could,
right? Unless.
24?
You wanted to do a warrant article, they
Well,
could do that
this is
too.
24,
I'm sorry,
so she
25.
meant 25, right?
25.
25.
Yeah. So do we want it, how would you do it now? Because you already presented your budget.
You could, warrant articles are due next week? Yeah. Next week.
I think that might be a good idea to put that on there as well.
Now?
Carlisle,
For, as a warrant article?
yeah,
Okay. So I can talk to Brian, send him a message.
I'm just spending money.
I'm like, you're being overzealous.
Mackenzie
like
Mackenzie doesn't have anything to do, no, so.
I would love to see something done across.
I
Yeah,
would
it's-
too.
yeah.
Me too,
I
that's
mean,
my
that's,
neighborhood.
Well, we
yeah,
had
I
the-
know.
we
I
had
mean,
the
I grew up
discussion
over there, so it's,
to, like, revitalize its plants and flowers, and then also somehow fix the slope so you can put in a small version of a playground.
Just make
for
it
the-
Or like
usable,
those
make it more
swings,
than
like the
a
bench
place people
swings.
take
Yeah, the
their
swings
dogs
that
to
are
go to
down
the
at
bathroom.
Depot.
Because that's all it is now. People just walk their
Do you need
dogs
an
there
amount?
and let them poop and
Yeah.
we
move
used to
on.
play like football in that park.
I grew up
Do you
playing
guys
football in
wanna
that
come
park.
up with an amount, or to present to Brian, or do you want me to have Brian
I
come up
think
with an
Brian
amount?
probably,
You know, we can throw a number at it, but I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna know it better than Brian's gonna know it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
So do you want to have Brian come up with a number?
if Brian can come up with a number and
as long as he knows what we
either
want.
email us all
Okay.
and we say, you know, that's, I just, yeah, to get it on there, or, you know, if you want me to talk to Brian directly and I can let the commission know, you know, this is the number that Brian thinks it's gonna be, if it's gonna be 10 grand, if it's gonna be, you know, whatever it is. I didn't wanna throw a number out there, but, you know,
Yeah.
whatever Brian thinks is feasible.
So,
Do we need a motion or anything on that? No.
I don't think to start the warrant article?
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
Go ahead, Amanda. You do it well.
Oh, okay, I'll make a motion to have, Mackenzie reach out to Brian and work on a warrant article for Carlisle Park for this coming fiscal year.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. Facilities update. When are we gonna see the chessboards?
The order has been placed.
Nice.
And we have reached out to, I always pronounce it, the Riganelli over.
Riganelli.
Over in Union Square, as well as Lighthouse Marble, to ask them for pricing for a 4-inch slab. We met with Brian and Deb Goodsettle, Mackenzie and I went up to the park last Tuesday. And where you enter the park, where the fountain is, we're gonna put one on each side.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then that way we're not
Like
taking.
in
away
front of
from
town
space-
hall?
Yeah,
Yep.
so we're not taking away from space that's used for Old Home Day, we're not taking away from, you know, it's equal to both sides, it can still promote, you know, relationships and
still play
community.
together.
And they can play together, and then having, Brian suggested the concrete slab, so they don't sink into the ground, it's easier to cut and mow around them, so they can be maintained, and he was going to confirm that there weren't any sort of sprinklers or any sort of the water filtration system underneath those areas, so, you know, they wouldn't try to pop up and be like, hey, what's going on?
Right.
Good.
Is everybody good? I mean, I know where you're talking right now. Is everybody good? I'm
I'm good with that.
perfectly fine
Yeah, I'm fine
with that
with
as
that.
well, yeah. As we're on that, we received an email about the fountain, about getting that. Is that coming up?
That's a Brian thing.
Yeah, that was Brian.
That's Brian.
Okay,
And he's on it.
okay, all right, good. Because I would love to see that going with the chessboards there. And okay, all right. Parks and Rec, department updates, upcoming events, programs.
So department updates, we met with the MRPA Central Mass Region, and we were able to get lots of new and interesting ideas and input, from the different departments, and hear about different projects that the other cities and towns are working on. Laura and I are both taking a mental health first aid certification. That is an opportunity through the MRBA on May 16th. We got the AED.
AD is out there.
So that's awesome. And we're also getting the CPR and AED instructor certification on April 24th. And we have cell phones now, so we're very excited around that.
Great
We
technology,
officially,
very
they
fast.
work, we get the calls.
We're available.
So if, yeah, anybody as well, as soon as the phone rings there, it rings to their, it rings through to their cell phone.
Great.
So,
Do you still have that landline too?
It doesn't ring over there anymore, it just, there's like an auto receptionist, and it'll route the calls to either mine or Laura's. So, we're getting the landline phones in the mail through Verizon. Right now, we still have the Comcast ones, but, then it will be able to be updated through there, so we'll be able to make calls out and everything.
okay. No, Easter was a big hit.
Yes, so for, the programs and events updates, we had the egg hunt and the Easter bunny breakfast, and everyone seemed to enjoy that, and it was nice to have the inside as well as the outside and break it up a little bit, make it more of an event, and saw a few of you there as well.
Yeah, it was freezing, so it was really
Yeah,
nice
I
to have
froze.
the inside.
I had shorts on. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I like the way the parents had to help a lot with the kids, so that worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
With the numbers, you know, that was good. Some people found it a little difficult, but I thought, good, let the parents do some of the work, you know? I thought it was good. They were out there with them, right, Mike?
They kept them
Yeah, it was great, Patty.
Yes.
And you could arrive at 11:30.
Mine like the bleachers the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure.
My kids always go right for the
Arrived, still
bleachers.
had eggs,
Yeah,
and still
I
go out
liked
there
it.
and hunt for them.
Yeah.
And still make it fun, and then it's more engaging as a family to do it together instead of having the kids just pick up a pile and dump it in their bag and come in. So, sort of promoted some family time as well.
yeah, and the kids you had out there were helping.
The counselors,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they were.
Yeah, you just asked them, hey, find this one for us, please.
Well, they would find it, and then they'd just start yelling the numbers, and I was like, go over there, it's
Yeah.
over there.
And I think most kids were getting, I know we got 8 out of 10 of them, and that was fine. Kids were happy with that.
But we were asking as people left, and if they
you get all
didn't get the
of it?
10, then we had extra eggs, so we're
Yeah.
like, take 2 more, and to make sure everyone
Yeah.
got
For
10.
another time, yeah.
It was good.
I know.
The
Some of
pictures were
kids-
great.
Yes, the
Yeah.
pictures came out.
Oh,
so
yeah, that came out, yeah, those came out really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
And then next week we have April Break Playground here, Tuesday through Friday. We have kids yoga happening weekly this month. Moving and Grooving with Mary is back this month as well on our Saturday morning programming. And added to
Amanda.
that, we have Collins art classes are happening on Saturday morning as well. So very busy. And so that's it for April. And then next month, we have the Daughters Dance and the Sons Movie Night coming up, and the Clinton Town Takeover, and as always, I hope everyone is on our newsletter.
Got
It is,
today.
yeah, we get it every time.
Yeah.
It's going out well.
That's how I
Looks
got-
good.
That's how I reminded to get my daughter tickets.
Is that all? Yeah. Awesome. Public comment for Parks and Rec? No one? Okay.
Motion to adjourn?
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Call the Fuller Field Commission meeting to order. The review and acceptance of March 22nd meeting. Thank you for getting that out. Any questions or comments about the minutes? Still waiting on the State House?
No, no,
Well,
No.
let's, wait, we have to make the motion and approve.
Ooh, okay, sorry.
no, yeah. I motion to approve March 22nd, 2023 meeting minutes for Fuller Field.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pass. Housekeeping.
So under housekeeping, I have some Fuller Field documents. We have,
Do you have good news?
Yeah.
yes,
Nice.
4,
Nice.
historic documents.
Awesome, because I was looking for this.
A lot of talk around what the deed actually says. And,
Do you want to introduce?
this is Angela, the assistant town administrator.
Hi, Angela.
Angela.
Yeah, thank you for getting this, on the
Thank you.
roll. here.
Absolutely.
So we have the deed from when the town acquired the land, so that's this first document right here from the Fuller family. And then the second document, oh, wait, just kidding. Do I have them in the wrong order? I may. So,
Oh, yeah. I can't read that.
here's the deed from when the town acquired the, land from the Fuller family. And then
Do I get these glasses?
here's the 1945 Act establishing the first Fuller Field Commission. And then the 2022 Act that was passed July 6th stating that the Fuller Field Commission is the Parks and Rec Commission. It's kind of open to interpretation, but my understanding is that this is what we've been waiting for.
So this was approved in July of 2022,
That's what
it says.
yeah.
and we've been
Having to-
acting as the Fuller Field Commission the whole time,
I mean, you're still technically the Fuller Field Commission,
but it's rolled into
but you're,
Parks and Rec.
Right.
yes.
Okay.
So we can have the one meeting with
We
the
can-
two commissions
Okay.
together and maybe just have a separate item of where we
Okay.
would have like Parks and Recreation updates.
Fuller
Field,
Field.
yeah.
Absolutely,
Yes.
please.
So my understanding, and you can double check this, is you still are, there's still the Fuller Field Commission, and then there's still the Parks and Recreation Commission. It's, what that act is replacing in section 1 of the original act, is saying that you have to have two separate boards. Like, 5 people are appointed by the selectmen for the Fuller Field, and then 5 people are elected as the Parks Commission. So this is saying that you're now the same people can serve
Okay,
both commissions. So you're still 2 commissions, but you could technically meet together. You could have like a joint meeting of the Fuller Field and the Parks Commission to make
Okay.
it one meeting.
okay.
All right.
I mean, so basically, I guess I was under the impression that it was going to be all in
It
one.
dissolved, it was dissolving, is what.
I thought we were
That was
supposed to-
the word that was used.
That's, yeah, to dissolve the Fuller Field Commission, but now it sounds like still the Fuller, we're gonna have to probably,
Still the Fuller Field Commission, it's just that you can,
we can have it all as,
It's not 10 different people.
yeah.
I sent an email earlier today to Meg Kilcoyne to see if she could,
Enlighten us.
yes.
So-
Yeah, because the
Let-
Fuller Field Commission before was just Matt Cobus and, the only other person
Trying to find
was,
that.
the caretaker of the field was involved. I don't remember, Gorm?
John Gorman?
Yes.
John Gorman. So does this, Angela, I'm gonna ask you, if you're elected as the Parks and Rec Commissioner, you're automatically on the Fuller Field Commission?
I think that's what this is taking care of. I think
sounds like it
that's
to
the
me,
piece
yeah.
it's taking care of. It's not necessarily saying that you're allowed to, I think you still have to meet as the Fuller Field Commission.
Okay,
I don't know if
we can roll it
like how we
into it?
do it now where we're doing two separate.
You don't think we can?
I don't know,
I'm trying to even think of who to,
Well, yeah, see.
you know what I
it's-
mean? The
that's
way
what
that
Mackenzie
it's
said,
worded
up into-
and,
It's up to interpretation,
Yeah.
I'm really not sure, yeah.
right, that's, but they do that on purpose too.
If
So,
you're having a meeting specifically about your master plan, about Fuller Field, then you
Yeah.
might wanna
have a,
advertise it as the Fuller
Field.
Field Commission.
okay,
If we're
But if
very
you're just
special
doing
meetings,
housekeeping items, you
yeah.
could have a joint meeting. You know, we can just double check that with the legal counsel, and make sure
Yeah.
that's, you know.
I think that's probably, I mean, that's what we wanna do,
That's
is we
the
wanna
goal.
roll it all into one,
Yeah.
and, yeah, okay. Can we, Can you work with Angela on checking that with legal?
Yeah,
Making sure that, I mean, we just wanna make sure that we're doing it correctly.
Yeah, definitely.
Did we find anything in here that, like, with the, where we were told, like, the gates are supposed to be open and
Anything about
doesn't say anything about that?
Doesn't
Okay.
specify.
So we could lock this up if we wanted to,
I feel like it's a park, so not really.
Right.
But like,
but, I mean, when you start sinking a lot of money into the town, you know, they may want to do, I know that one of the projects that was spoken about before was they wanted to, when they came in to discuss this to begin with, they wanted like a whole new entrance, like, you know, they wanted to do a whole new entryway and all this big stuff, so.
Out here,
Yeah.
right here, I
Yeah.
remember that.
registered,
Yeah.
so I don't think they can.
Yeah,
I'm not 100%
just
sure,
reading
though.
some of this, you know, it almost sounds like the buildings are supposed to stand in place where they are. You know, we can change the insides or make them workable again, but it doesn't seem,
I would like to read this, cause you
Yeah.
know, we've heard so many things over so many years of what it's, and it's left up to the interpretation of
Right.
whoever, and it passes on down. There's no chance I can read this without my glasses. Sorry, I'm old now, so Mike's helping me read it right now. But yeah, no, I think we should keep this on the review this. Thank you for finding this, because this is
Yes.
really going to, I think, so we can understand truly what it is, and we have something to say, no, this is truly what it is. Okay. Thank you for the housekeeping. Anybody have any, I would like to table it, to review it, and to go on to the next meeting, because there's a lot of stuff that I would like to review. It's not going anywhere, so we're gonna be here.
So just add review Fullerfield documents.
Yeah, yeah,
So for
lease.
the next meeting, can we make it one agenda though? Or still keep it separate?
Okay, before we meet, they can update us on what legal says,
Okay,
okay?
yep. We got us some,
or it could just be like that, you know how we do the joint session with the selectmen or
Yep,
whatever? It
yep.
would just be like you
Yep.
just have to word it that way, so then you can do it all at the same time.
When we
Right.
did, when we
But
appointed
like
Mike,
Angela said,
Yeah.
like if we're doing, you know, if it's a meeting just on the feasibility study, it would be beneficial just to have it, just that meeting, you know, and advertise it as such in case there's anybody who
Or if
has
it's
an
a special
opinion.
meeting, just for like, where, if something were to be happening with the field house and it's an added meeting, it would just be Fuller Field.
Right, right, which you might wanna do in the future if we ever get that study done.
Right,
And not
yeah.
necessarily wait.
then it would be
Yes,
then it would be
Right.
only okay. Any department updates?
Just the update from Brian that, he heard back from the other contractor.
On the feasibility?
Yeah, and
Okay.
we should hear back on the price by the end of the week, and
Okay.
when he does, he's going to send over an update, we can review and make a decision.
Ultimately, I think I've had conversations with Mackenzie as well, that, I mean, we'd really like to, move Brian out of that and into that building. And, that area over there, I've walked it with Mackenzie and Laura a couple times now, and we could have a recreation center. I think that name has been brought up a couple times, but, Mackenzie brought this up to us a long time ago, and I think it's a great long-term goal, that we could have a recreation center with the garage being indoor and the playground and activity courts out there. So I think
agree.
it's a phenomenal goal. So, great.
Did Brian mention anything about if the cost of the fee, if it's over the budgeted amount, is it coming out of facilities or is it coming out of your
I
budget?
am not sure.
Okay,
I,
cause I know
we
there's
know
only
those other,
25 and
that
it was
one
like
quote
at 30.
came in
That's
over
right.
anyway, so.
Yeah, so I was just.
Somewhere has,
I believe he said during the meeting that
It
he
was
had it in
him,
his budget,
yeah.
but I am not 100% sure.
I believe that is what he did.
Believe he said that.
Yeah, I do
Yes,
too.
I think so, I just didn't know if it was confirmed. Okay.
We got the first one.
We got that one. He hasn't, I'm sorry, Mike is asking
That's
me.
from the meeting minutes.
Yeah, Mike is asking me from the minutes that they were expecting a price. He did get this price. He's expecting one more.
Third one. Okay.
Yes, yes. The minutes state that we got one price from Emerald House. We were waiting for LLB Drayton Fair, and he's getting one additional.
And I think because it's over 26K, he has to get
He
three.
has to get three.
Yeah.
That's correct. Great.
And that's all I have for updates for Fuller Field.
Any other public comment?
I just have one thing to say. It
Absolutely.
popped up on my memories lately that a year ago, we started a process to find a new director. And it's been a quick year, but I just want to say that I'm extremely happy with the way things turned out. You guys have been doing an amazing
I've
job.
been here a year already.
Almost, not officially. Me and you started that process a year ago, so we were just taking the resumes just now. So it's literally been a whirlwind watching you guys make this department what it is today. And honestly, I couldn't be more proud to have been part of it.
Absolutely.
That's all I wanted
Good
to
point.
say.
Great point. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Amanda. Thanks for that. Bring us up to date on that. That's cool.
Motion to adjourn?
Thank you very much for coming as well. That's okay.
I second
okay.
motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.